Hey everyone, Papa Red from Papa Red's Fishing. Hey, it is that time of year again and I am excited. I can't even tell you. This is probably what you searched for when you came across this video. Wolf River white bass fishing. I am so excited. Listen, I've been going up to the Wolf River for 15, 20 years. I'm sure many of you have been going a lot longer. Some of you less, might be just getting started. Chances are, if you're an avid fisherman, someone you know has fished for white bass on the Wolf River in the springtime. If you've never been there, go. Anyway, what I want to do is I've done all kinds of different lure presentations, just like everyone else up there has. Wolf River rigs, slip bobbers, jig and minnow, you name it, pulling flies. I mean, it's amazing when they're running what you're going to catch these things on. But I've had a lot of locals tell me that they've had a lot of success with certain Rapala crankbaits. So what I want to do is I want to create an original Papa Red fishing custom lure that is going to kind of combine a lot of elements of a lot of these presentations. So we're going to do a little maybe 2-inch, 1.5-inch crankbait. We're going to paint it like a shiner minnow. I've had a lot of luck with the fatheads or the shiners. Shiners sometimes are really the ticket. So we're going to go for that color pattern. We're going to have it a sinking lure, not a real fast sink, but we want it to stay down in the current. Those white bass, they love purple or red flies. So I've got a treble hook that's tied up with some red fur. We're going to use that on the back side of this thing. But yeah, we're going to take all these elements and we're going to combine them into something that, hey, it's hit or miss. But I tell you what, if it turns out to be what they're looking for this particular year, I could be using one lure the entire time there. Well, at least if I don't make it part of the decorations in the trees along the Wolf or something down the bottom of the riverbed. But yeah, we're going to get going on this thing. I'm going to put some pencil to paper and we're going to come up with a design on this. But we're going to really work on getting something that's going to work on these white bass up in the Wolf River. So let's get started. Alright, so this is what I've come up with. Nothing fancy. I want this to be a little narrower profile. I want it to be able to shoot through the water. So if we got some good current, I want it to be able to fight through that and not really have too much resistance. We're going to have a decent sized lip on here, so I want to have a nice wobble, get some good vibration out of it. I'm going to look into using, I've got a glass rattle chamber that we might put in there. We'll see how much room we've got in the body. But then with that red color that's always so effective with these fish, I've got this treble that I want to take and put off the back. So we're going to have a nice, like a shiner minnow looking paint job on this, nice and flashy. We'll have the red tail that's kind of like that spinner, the red spinner, the demon spinner. We'll have that on the back. It's also the same as the flies that work real well, and another treble hanging off the bottom here. So let's get started. Let's get this thing cut out. All right. Well, we're making this out of poplar. I forgot to tell you what type of wood we're using. Carves nice and easy. It floats if you wanted to. We're going to make this one sink, so we're going to use some decent lead in the belly, but let's get going. Alright, so there's our rough shape. Got a little piece of Lexan. Fits right in the hook slot, or in the lip slot. That's going to be our lip angle. That should catch quite a bit of water. So Can you guys hear my dog snoring? Oh god, I love that dog. Alright, there's the rough sanded shape. It's got a nice profile to it, and you figure put this hook on the back. That's going to be sharp. That's going to catch some fish. Alright, let's mark our where our lead's going to go, and our hook hangers, and our line tie. Line tie is obviously easy. When we drill that hole, we'll angle it up a little bit so it goes up over the lip slot. This doesn't have much of a surface area for the lip to adhere to, so I want to make sure that I keep as much of that intact as possible. So I want this to have a nice tight wobble, so we're going to put the lead a little bit forward. That way, as it makes its wobble, if the lead's right there, it'll kind of pivot on that axis point. Let's see how that would work. And then we'll do our hook hanger just behind it. And obviously our tail hook hanger. Let's get that center marked and drill these holes. So I've got the lead hole drilled. This is a 1/4 inch lead hole, and I drilled it probably about 5/16 to 3/8 of an inch deep. That's a decent amount of lead for this little bait. I do want this to sink. To get a floater to really dive down into the current that is going to be going on at the Wolf when the water levels are higher, which they are right now this year, it'd be kind of tough. So I do want something that's going to help itself and get down in the water. And that way, if I need to run a little slower, I can without burning it through the water. So let's go ahead and get this lead poured and put some hardware in here, seal it up, and see if it's going to sink like I want it to, or if we need to go more. Alright, so we're going to get ready to put this lead in here. For those of you that are new to my channel, we do a little bit of making do around here. I don't have any kind of lead pot, so what I do is I take some sinkers and I cut them up into small pieces, and then I'll take these and drop them down into the hole, and then I've got a really hot soldering iron. I got this thing cranked up to 900 degrees, so you'll see I'll take that and I'll stick it down in there, and it melts the lead down and it conforms to the hole. And then I'll just take and add more of these as the voids start to fill in with lead, and we'll top it off. And there you can see the lead in there, nice and flat. Alright, so while I was off camera, I ended up drilling the eye holes and filling those so they're nice and flat with some baking soda and some super glue, and everything is sanded real nice. So now we need to work on the lip. So let's take a look at that and get that designed and get it fit in there. Okay, lip's done. What do you think? Just kidding. Alright. I can only imagine what this thing would do with that big of a lip. Alright. So that's what we're looking at. I think that's going to give it a nice tight wobble. It's going to pick up enough water going through. It's going to make this red hook really flash. So, alright, let's get this thing cleaned up and epoxied in, and we're almost ready to paint this bad boy. Alright, well, we're ready to paint. So this is what we're going to be going for. This is a shiner mineral. We're going to get the white, a little bit of blue, some purple, some black across the top, and then we'll do a little bit of copper for that fin on the bottom next to the gill. We'll just paint that in. But here we go. Okay, got their white base coat done. We're going to come in now and we're going to do a layer of silver all the way around the sides to the top. We're going to leave the belly white though. Alright, so we got our silver in. We're going to come in here with this white and we're going to do a little bit of purple right across the top of that, and then we've got some purple right here below the eye, so we're going to do that as well. Okay, so now we're going to do this little fin right down here, and we're going to do that with some copper, and I've got this little stencil already made up from another bait. I'm just going to lay that right on there and hit it with the copper. Alright, so looking at this fin, you can see the copper in there, and when it gets in the light, you'll see that.
but I want to accentuate that a little bit. So I'm going to put this back in the vise, and I'm going to use the same stencil, but I'm going to use a little bit of transparent black and create a little shadow on the bottom of that. Alright, well now it's time to make it all come together. So pearl white. Get these scales on here. Okay, so here's our finished paint job. I ended up taking, after I sprayed the scales, I did a light layer of pearl white across the back. You can still see that black underneath it, but I also did the belly, so that's going to look really good going through the water. So we're going to get this thing, we're going to get some eyes put on it, and we're going to get this dipped in some clear coat.
Alright, well, good morning, everyone. It's the next day. The bait is cured, and I just ended up putting the hooks on it, cleaned it all up. It's ready to go. Let's take a look at this thing. It turned out really neat. So there we have it. The Wolf River White Bass Specialist. I'm going to take this thing out in the sun real quick. These colors should really pop. Oh yeah. Look at that. That pearl really just accentuates everything. That's just a little bit of pearl right across the top of that transparent black. That's going to look great going in the water. Alright, well, we're going to take this thing hopefully today and take it out, get it wet, check the action on it, and maybe catch a little bit. We'll wrap this video up. This will be part one, and then like I said, next week, less than a week, let's see, what's today? Yeah, 1 week. I'm going to be heading up north, and we're going to test this thing out along with some other baits and get some hopefully just awesome white bass video. The weather should be cooperating, and it's just going to be awesome. So let's get this wrapped up. We'll take this out, get it wet, and then we'll come back to the bait shop. So, see you in a bit. We are out of my club, and we're going to try out here. We got about maybe an hour, I'd say, before it starts raining. So, who knows? I want to catch something on this thing. Here we are. See if we can get something. Alright, let's try another spot. This has been good this spring. We got all this stone from this boat launch, and the fish have really been kind of gathering around this. I've caught fish from the shore here and from the boat casting up toward it, so hopefully this will work out good for us. Wow, that's lucky, huh? It's alright, we'll take it. So we've got success. It was little, snagged him, but hey, got a fish. Let's see if we
least we got this one in the mouth. Take it. They definitely like the shiner colors. I don't know if the red's tripping it or what, but hey, it's little, but we'll take it. Thank you. Another little one. Seems like that's all that's in the cards for me tonight. But, to be honest with you, I'm fine with it. Hey, we'll take it. Thank you. Another little one. Again, I will take it. Just tells me that bass like the looks of this. I just hope that the white bass will like the looks of this. A lot of these little pre-spawn bass out here. Thank you. And another little one. Alright. My son's over there mad because I'm catching everything. He's not. But, again, another little one. At least I'm catching something, right? Thank you. Probably leave this one out of the video, but I'm not gonna. Oh boy, that's look good. Both sides of his mouth. Okay. Look at the size of the fish compared to the bait. The bait's a third of the size of the fish. Tell me these things aren't aggressive. Take it. Thank you. We're calling this a wrap. We're gonna head in. It's getting dark, a little chilly, but we caught a few fish, little ones. But hey, we'll take them. Anything we can call a success, we're gonna take. So we're gonna head back to the bait shop. We're gonna wrap this up. This is gonna be part 1 of our video, and then again, look forward to part 2. We're heading up to the Wolf River, so we'll see you back at the bait shop. Okay, everyone. Well, we're back in the bait shop. It's actually the next day. Ended up catching quite a few little fish. You know, hey, I'm taking it right now. You know, it's pre-spawn, so weather's been crazy around here. I'm just happy I caught some stuff. So anyway, there you have it. We got the Wolf River White Bass Express. I can't wait to get this thing up there. You know, it took a little bit of a beating yesterday. Some of these hooks were chewed up already. A couple scratches on the finish, but you know what? I'm expecting, if this is a good year up at the Wolf, I'm expecting this thing to be completely just tore up by the time we're all done. And I'm totally fine with that, because you know what? I'll just make another one. So anyway, thanks again for hanging along with me during this build. Hopefully you're looking forward to part 2.
I know I am. Even if this isn't successful, I guarantee we'll find something that's going to catch this fish up there. It's always a good time. So be sure to be waiting for the next installment of the Wolf River video series. And if you like this content, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button if you already haven't. We got lots more lure building videos. I've got people hitting me up all the time with different ideas. Got a couple more in the works right now. We're starting to make some molds for some resin copies, and we might be sending those out to some people. So anyway, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first one to know when I upload something. But again, thank you very much for all of your support. This is Papa Red signing off. Next time you see me, I will be in Wisconsin on the Wolf River. Have a good one.